So I was calling her to set up the delivery, and she said, can you please give me a twin bed too, because my 7-year-old never slept on a bed in his life.
That's really, you don't stop and think about that there's people that haven't slept on the bed.
I didn't ever
We
hear of it
take so
yet.
much for granted.
I just hadn't heard of that. What does that mean? So she's like, he slept on the couch, he slept on the floor, he slept on an air mattress, he slept in the car, but he never slept on a bed. So my friend Wanda was with me. As long as I lived to tell the story, that was the moment when Wanda, because it was going to cost $250 to move my bedroom set down to her. And I wasn't in my paradigm anything like that before. So for me, that was a lot of money. And so Wanda's like, not on my watch. So she bought the other twin bed, and she paid $450 for that bed to be delivered brand new from a store. So we were so happy. We're like, that's a good deed. Felt so good. And it was really kind of fun because I got to drive down there when she got everything. It was like meeting them and everything. I have a really cute video I'll share with you later. DeMarcus thanking, Wanda for the bed, Wanda and Perry. But anyway, they told the good news about the beds to the neighbors, to the cousin, to this one, to that one. So everyone was asking me for a bed. All of a sudden, I'm in the bed business. I wasn't even trying to be in the bed business. I didn't know anything about the bed business.
You just had a squishy, watery floor.
That's all I had. For all I knew, my foundation was exploding, but was it really? It was just a water leak that was the lowest point.
It was your destiny that it was exploding.
Yeah, they birthed it. I tell that family, you birthed my whole future. I mean, it's just weird, right? I mean, it just started 7 years ago. It means I was 59 years old at that time. I was just getting into something God was calling me. I always wanted to have an orphanage. In first grade, they made us draw what we wanted to do when we grew up. I knew it from watching Shirley Temple all those years. I knew that I would never be mean to that little Shirley Temple if she was my orphan. I would love her. I would care for her. They were always mean to her, And so I'd make a really good one. I'd have the one blue wing for the boys, twin bed, nightstand, vase of flowers, and a lamp and a window, and then another twin all the way down 12, and then same for the girls. And then I had a garden, and I had a playground. I had the whole thing drawn on a piece of paper this big. I still have it.
Annabelle, the good ship lollipop.
Is that crazy? That's so crazy. But my reason of saying it is, Lance was like, no, I don't really have a vision for that, And I interviewed with Heidi Baker, because me and Lance have been known each other since I was 9, he was 11. So and we were really in unity, don't get me wrong, but he's doing a lot of things in this direction. That wasn't really in that direction at the time. So it was like, in a dream in your heart, it's forever. You don't have to worry if it didn't happen yet. It's coming. Stay tuned. So, my sister told me one day, she said, you're kind of doing your vision by giving away all these twin beds. It maybe isn't exactly like your orphanage, but it's kind of similar. I was like, that's interesting. And another friend said, the window in your dream, in your picture, is the new view you're giving the family.
Wow.
That's awesome.
That's amazing. The way God can weave the story of your life in and out. And sometimes we lose it over, a leak or something that I don't have money to pay for that plumbing. And that thing happening with the plumbing or the leak or the house or the job is just, in God's world, in the kingdom, it's just if you looked at it this way, everything is a step up. Because even the things that look like a step down can be a springboard, because he will meet you there when we just turn our eyes to him. And you said something talking about, you and Lance both having vision. You have vision. He's doing this big thing, even in the nation.
Right.
He's very important to what God is doing in this nation. But what is going on in Annabelle's heart, you told me something that so set you up to be yourself. What you told me about your dad. I just feel like we have to say that.